Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Studio 13, Hank's Think Tank. Have we got a special show for you today? You're not going to believe it. We are doing a vodka taste test with 12 different vodkas. Who else would we need to help us with this as an expert in vodka but the president of Russia, Mr. Vladimir Putin? Welcome, Vladimir Putin.
Добрый день.
Whatever that means, we're going to have to agree with it because I think he's armed. All right, folks. You ready to get started?
Yes.
All right, here we go. And I want to thank you so much for being here. I couldn't believe it. I ran into him at Walmart, and I think he was picking out sunglasses, and I said, hey.
I thought it was Target, not Walmart.
Target?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it was.
Target,
It
not
was
Target.
over here in Porter somewhere. So I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule and coming out here and help us out. And thank you for wearing a shirt, because I've seen some stuff on the internet where you like to ride around without a shirt on. But we caught him on a good day, folks. So let's get started with our vodkas. And we have several here. And we're going to start with the Sky Vodka, which is USA made out of San Francisco, and I believe that it started in 1992, so it's been around a little while. Here's our little cups right here, Your Excellency. So here we go.
What did Maria have to say about that?
I don't know. We'll have to catch up with Maria and see what she thinks. Let's see. Here we go. Fine plastic, did not want to break. There you go. See what you think of that. Sky. Sky vodka. Yeah, kind of feels like you walked into a doctor's office. I'm going to taste it.
Kind of tastes like vodka.
Very good, Your Excellency. Yeah, it tastes exactly like vodka. And now we're going to have to grade this. And not that it tastes like vodka or not. Let me explain this to you, Vladimir. We're going to grade these from 1 to 10, like we did with the whiskey. 1 being bad, 10 being good, and here's our deal. They're all in order. We don't have to search for it on the paper like we did last time. That's kind of spicy, but it's very medicinal to me. I guess as far as vodkas go, it's pretty good from what I've tasted. I don't need all that, but thank you. I am going to give that a 7. It's pretty good. I like the way it finishes out, kind of spicy like that.
I guess I'll do 7 too.
Yeah? All right. So, fresh cup. Get rid of that. Grab another cup, please. I'll hand it to you. All right. Next on the list, Nikolai. When I picked this up, that little label screams Russia. The Russian Confederation or Eastern Europe, some kind of communist bloc. But you know what? It's made in Kentucky. So it's very good marketing. How do you say cheers in Russian?
На здоровье.
What he said. We'll go for it. All right. Nikolai. USA, Kentucky. About 63. There you go. Striking. Well, it ain't no Sky, I can tell you that right now.
Oh,
What do you think, Vlad? Tastes like vodka?
yes, it does, but
Smelled a little.
it's different.
It is different. And then it's not in a good way different to me. I'm going to have to score that Nikolai way down around the 4 range for me.
I'll do about 5.
Yeah? You're very forgiving. Next up, Absolute. Absolutely. All right. Absolute vodka out of Sweden.
Yes.
All right. So we're getting closer to your.
It's supposedly been distilled 3 times.
Oh, is that right? Well, if 2 isn't good enough, you got to go for it again, right? So Absolute vodka out of Sweden. Fresh cup, please. Thank you.
You don't tell Putin what to do, so.
Yes, sir. All right. Absolutely going on. Absolute. Everybody knows that brand. Oh, that already smells better. Fresher, cleaner. Oh, yeah. Almost a hint of citrus in the nose. Washes down good. Now we're talking. You can see why this stuff is popular.
It's been distilled 3 times, so.
Right. I heard that somewhere before.
Should be.
That's what they're bragging about anyway. I like that. Absolute. Yes, sir. I'm going to go with 8 on that. Hey, look at you with the 8. Okay. So, I don't think we have it here probably. What is your favorite vodka? Speaking as a head of state that's probably serving it to a lot of important people.
The one that comes from freezer?
Anything as long as it's in the freezer.
Yes.
Now you know, folks, right there from the president's mouth.
It doesn't matter how much it costs, $10, $100. If you put it in the freezer for 2-3 hours, that's it. You can taste it. You just feel the effects.
Well, I know that works with tequila because that's my usual routine with
I hate
tequila.
tequila. Tequila, you can taste it.
Yeah. They don't make any tequila in Russia, do they?
No.
I heard a story about you. He was. Tell me if this is not true. The whole entourage coming out of the Kremlin. They fly down to Mexico. I think it was on a tequila run, which made me think of this. And, going through customs, passport and everything. Up comes Vladimir Putin. Usual question, anything to declare? No. Age, 65, okay. Occupation, and he tells them, no, just visiting. So we cleared that up right away. Went well. Oh,
Yes.
Next up, we have, almost got sidetracked here. Fresh cup, yes sir. Kettle One. Kettle One should, it may ring a bell with my buddy Hank Vat. I'm sorry he couldn't join us here today. This is from Holland, otherwise known as the Netherlands. Kettle One, which means kettle, number 1. I figured that out, right? So I've got big hopes for this one right here.
The wheat capital
The wheat capital of Holland and
of the world.
Scandinavian countries. Let me see something. What are they making this out of? Tulips or something? Dun, 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 dun. It is made from wheat and rye, pretty much all your grains.
Kind of like vodka.
Kind of like vodka, yeah. Well, they make vodka out of all kind of different stuff, don't they?
Yes.
Potatoes even. Poland, I think, has a real big market for potato-based vodka, and which we don't have here today.
That's when you get blind.
Ah, that's what happens, huh?
Yes,
That's good information.
it's bad, but yeah, people do.
Yeah. That is good to know. Kettle One. And Kettle One was founded in 1983, the ancient times, back in the last century. 1983 was a long time ago. Kettle One. Man, that's just the aroma is fresh and not medicinal at all. It doesn't smell like rubbing alcohol like some of the other ones. I can hardly smell it at all. Here we go. Boy, it's got a flavor to it though, doesn't it? I think I like it. I'm still deciding whether I like it. Well, it finishes out really good. Boy, it comes out of nowhere, doesn't it?
Just like vodka.
Thank you for that valuable input, sir. What would you grade the Kettle One?
I would say yes.
It's not a yes question, but I can see that you have given it an 8. That's pretty damn good. I'll give it a 7. I'll give that a solid 7 on the Kettle One. Very nice. Up next. Oh, by the way, 3 more from around the world. The last 5 are from Texas. All of these are from Texas. Vodka has become a really big deal in Texas, and that makes me happy.
You know why?
Why?
Because you can buy a 18-wheeler of vodka and put your own label and say it. Yes.
Are you
it's made
saying
in-
you're saying they're cheating?
I
They're
didn't say
having
it.
trucked in some generic vodka and just putting a label on there.
I didn't say they were cheating.
Yeah,
I just said you can do your own vodka.
that's cheating. If you're not distilling it and making it, I say that's cheating. And I don't know if I agree with that, Vlad. We'll come back to that later. Right now, Stolichnaya. I want to hear you say that.
Stolichная.
There you go. Stolichnaya. I love it. I want to hear you say something else too. Repeat after me. We must get moose and squirrel.
The what?
We must get moose and squirrel. It's a Bullwinkle thing.
We must have moose and squirrel.
Perfect. I knew it was going to be great. Stolichnaya.
Stolichная.
Stolichnaya. I'm getting it. I'm getting better in every minute. Stolichnaya.
Couple more and yeah.
Yeah. That's why they invented vodka, so they could speak that damn language.
Exactly.
I mean, that beautiful language. Sir. Stolichnaya. This is Russian.
Stolichная.
Yes, sir. Stolichnaya, Russia. There's an owner dispute in this particular vodka. And I'm guessing it was when the Iron Curtain fell in 90 or 91. Who owns the distillery? And there's several entities, I think, still fighting over it. And thank goodness they're still making it, because it's world-renowned. Everybody knows this. It's not an expensive vodka, but it is been around a while. 1901. I mean, even I wasn't born yet then. That's a long time ago. And it's primarily a wheat and rye-based vodka. So here we go. Are you ready?
It doesn't have to be expensive.
No,
As
doesn't have.
long as you can put it in the freezer.
Yes, sir. As long as it goes in the freezer. It doesn't matter. That is a money-saving piece of advice right there. Stolichnya.
Stolichnaya.
Stolichnaya. All right.
Couple more and you'll be okay.
Yeah, I'll be speaking Russian with you. That's very subtle and kind of cloudy. I mean, not cloudy to look at, but ethereal. I don't smell rubbing alcohol. I don't feel like I'm fixing to get a shot or something like that.
That's why it's most popular.
Kind of for beginners, is that what you're saying? The shots are getting bigger. That's my fault. Ah, that's nice. Clean. How many times was that filtered? Doesn't say. Wow.
It should be at least 2 or 3.
Yeah. I saw one advertised as 6.
That's a lie.
Yeah. That's probably one of those that have it trucked in, slap their label on it. Look, I made some vodka.
Yes.
That's very nice. I'm going to give that an 8. That's one of my favorites so far. Look at you with an 8. I'm promising I'm not copying you, man.
Yes, you are, but it's okay.
You're getting a little... so what is that you got over there? I notice you're not cleaning your palate with water or anything like that. You've actually brought lunch. Is that what that is?
Yes.
So why did you do that? Very nice, but...
Because you don't drink water with vodka.
Okay.
You just snack on pork belly
Pork belly.
with the bread.
I see.
And it has to be the onions.
I'm not an onion guy. But I mean, I don't need the bread, but I'll take a piece of pork. I see. And then you clean your palate with that, huh?
Yes.
I guess if you drank all night, you really get full too.
And it has to be on the newspaper.
Okay. Even though it's on a cutting board on top of newspaper.
Well, now it's the cutting board, but before it was just on the newspaper.
Right.
So you educate yourself.
Like get a copy of the Pravda, slap your pork on there,
And
and you're ready to drink.
you educate yourself
I
too.
see.
Everything at the same time.
Where does pork come from? Government pig?
We don't do beef since we only have like 2 months of summer,
Right.
and the beef it's not enough for cow or bull to grow up,
Right.
and the pig it takes only like 2-3 months, and
Right. And they have a lot of pig babies all the time. I think twice a year.
yes, it's easier to grow, and yes, that's why it's pork belly.
Do you still have Russian boars running around out there?
I never been to Russia, so yeah,
You never been to Russia?
no.
Thought you lived there. Vladimir Putin. We might as well let the cat out of the bag. For those of you who are fooled and think this is really Vladimir Putin, brace yourself, because it's not really Vladimir Putin. This is a very close friend of mine and an actual co-worker I've known for several years. Mr. Ronnie?
I'm sorry for you.
Yeah. We're getting over it. Raminas Arminas from Lithuania, right?
Yes.
Which is right next door to Russia. In fact, Russia kind of claims y'all. Off and
used
on.
to claim,
And then
yes.
Poland says, no, you're ours. Poor Lithuania, right? But from what I understand, the independence of Lithuania has been established since, what time is it? 1999, though, right?
No.
91.
Well, in Europe, the country becomes a country whenever somebody mentions you in something.
It's kind of like magical.
Well, it's not magical. Like, you can call yourself whatever you want it, but if nobody knows about you, it doesn't matter what you call yourself.
Right.
So, the country becomes whenever somebody mentions you in the paper, whatever.
So I could go over there and stake out a claim.
Yes,
Hoganistan.
yes, yes. But nobody gives a shit about that.
I give a shit about it.
So yeah, we've been mentioning 1100, I think.
Right. In one form or another.
Yes, in the bad form. So
But all those little countries over there, when you're talking about Lithuania, 2 million people, right?
that's
And
it used to be like 3 million, but yes, now it's
Right.
less than 2 maybe.
and then so it's a really small country, and Estonia, Latvia, there's a bunch of little tiny countries right there on the Baltic Sea. Y'all do a lot of fishing in the Baltic Sea?
I guess I never been to the sea, but well, I've been once.
Not a seagoing guy. All right.
Another fishing guy.
Ah, but you can hang out by the beach, right? They have a nice beach over there when it's not snowing.
It doesn't freezes.
It
The
does-
Baltic Sea doesn't freeze. That's why it's awesome.
Yeah, well, it's the salt in the ocean that's probably keeping it from freezing. We have the same thing going on down here with the
Well,
Gulf. It doesn't
it's
freeze either. The
different
bay
temperatures.
will freeze.
Different temperatures, but yes.
Yeah, that's practically the same.
Yeah, when you talk about negative 30, yeah, it's about the same.
Kind of like our February we just had. Do y'all bust a lot of pipes over there?
No,
Can you?
the pipes has to be inside. You can't have it outside.
Right. Well, I had some pipes in the attic and the walls. Is that too far outside? It's got to
Yes.
be in the room.
Yes.
Now we know. Can someone call ERCOT and tell them what to do? Can you call ERCOT for me?
To put a house, you have to dig 6 feet down. That's the freezing point.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's gets cold over there.
Yeah, man. Huh. Do you lose power in the heavy cold? Because we lost power here,
Yeah,
as you know.
I did. Well, here, not over there.
Not over there. They don't have that problem over there.
Putin got it.
Oh, okay.
He fixed everything.
That power is too afraid to turn itself off.
Exactly.
Putin training the
There's-
GRU on them.
There are no air cards, so yeah, it's
Right. All right, man. Now we know. What's next here? Seagram's. Seagram's is just kind of it's more of a corporation than a distillery, right? Seagram's makes everything, and they're owned by everybody. They actually apparently started in 1857. Canadian company. Well, in the last 30 years, they've been bought and sold, and some of the companies that I saw while I was researching that has owned Seagram's are Universal Studios, Comcast, Coca-Cola. So it's become a corporate thing, which is why in the entertainment and media world, you might see Seagram's as a product placement in a lot of commercials and movies and that kind of thing. I mean, so
whatever makes money.
whatever makes money. And they also make a vodka. Here's the label of the Seagram's vodka. And we are going to taste it right now. It's made with American grain, even though it's a Canadian company, which I don't know how much that counts anymore. It says American grain. And that can pretty much mean anything. Got a fresh cup ready?
Yes.
All right. Seagram's Extra Smooth. We'll be the judge of that. Seagram's. He doesn't smell it. It just it's vodka. It's good. It's frozen. It's weird. Kind of woody. Kind of alcohol-y. I mean, rubbing alcohol-y. But not bad. That does something to the top of my throat that I'm not really liking at all. I mean, it doesn't taste bad.
I got to get in this. Sorry, I got to.
Go ahead,
that
man.
Just proves my point about Canada. You can't trust them with some bitches. Can't be trusted with nothing. And they even sell their companies like we sell whores in this country.
It's not Canadian. It's United States. So
Well, yeah.
it's in Hollywood. It's in Hollywood.
That's what Seagram's is, just a whore. It'll go with anybody who'll buy them. Coca-Cola, huh? You know, I had higher hopes for that. I'm going to give it a 5. I mean,
if you put it in the freezer, it's still good.
the freezer is the key. You know, I had planned on putting all this in a freezer. But being the scientific, by the book, we want to keep everything just right. All these were going to naturally warm up as we went along. And so it wouldn't be fair. We wanted to be fair. What the hell was I thinking? All right. What do we got next? Northern Peak. And after this, we get to the Texas ones. But now we have Northern Peak, USA, out of Minnesota. It was pretty close to Canada. But we're going to give them an honest break here. I could not find a date when they started making this. I went all over the internet just to get, when was this formed? So it could be just a matter of a couple of weeks ago. I've never heard of it. Northern Peak. There's the label. Northern Peak. Ready?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. Northern Peak Vodka. Here we go. You ready? What's the matter?
I'm always ready.
Okay. This guy wanted to pick up a 12-pack on the way over here. Like, damn, man, we're testing vodka.
No, it was 2 12-packs.
That's a case. There's something else going on in there. Like a wet dog.
I think you should tell Coca-Cola to switch.
Yeah, this is better than that Seagram's, actually. There's something else going on. Like a peppery, it's like pepper. Spicy, but not hot spicy. Peppery, it's white pepper. I've got it zeroed in. White pepper flavor. Not too bad, actually.
Yeah, you should tell Coca-Cola to switch it.
Yeah, I'll call them in the morning.
Don't forget.
You remind me. So I'll give the Northern Peak a 6. All right. Now, my favorite part. I've been waiting for this. So exciting. These are all from Texas. We've got 5 of them. And that's just luck of the draw. I went down to specs and
Maria?
I said hi to Maria. She could not make it on here today, but maybe we'll hear from her later. And they have bins and bins, a veritable plethora of these little airplane bottles in different sections. And, finding 12 vodkas, it was no problem whatsoever. And so I'm picking out vodka, and as long as they're all different, I don't care. And 5 of them happen to be from Texas. I think Tito's kind of got that started. I could be wrong about that. But I think the Tito's, which I believe was the first big deal, handcraft vodka in Texas. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the oldest one I could find, and that's only like back to the 90s. So here we go. Yeehaw and all that stuff. You ready for the Texas vodkas?
Let's do it.
All right, man. The first one up is 1835 brand. The Lone Star Vodka. The Lone Star Vodka. It's from Pilot Point, Texas, which I believe is way up north. Almost Oklahoma, but not Oklahoma. It's distilled 6 times, according to what they're bragging about. I could not find a date when it started. I know damn well it wasn't 1835. Okay, so here we go. Man, I'm looking forward to this. 1835.
6 times.
6 times, made from whole grains. Is tumbleweed a grain? Because I think out there in northwest Texas, they got plenty of those tumbleweeds, and they're probably making vodka out of them. You ready?
Can you make bread from it?
No. I don't
So
think
it's not
so.
a grain.
You can probably make wine from it. You can make wine out of anything. 1835. The. See how they do that? That's marketing. The Lone Star vodka. There are no others. This is it, according to them. All right. Good for you. Not bad. Nothing too, oh my God, and going on in there. Kind of subtle. I can smell the alcohol. That's normal. You ready?
No, it's not 6 times.
How many do you think it is?
2.
I'm so glad we got a professional here today. Sweet. You get a sweetness out of it? Yeah, something sweet going on. Kind of a citrusy sweet. It's a pomegranate. That's okay. That's alright. Doesn't sit real well.
That's why you get this.
It gets worse as you go along. Start off pretty good. I give it a 5. I think that's being generous with the 1835. 1835, the Texas vodka. I believe there are some tumbleweeds in there.
For being 6 times distilled, it's a lie.
Yeah. 6 times distilled or 6 times filtered? Dun, dun. Distilled 6 times. I don't know how they do that.
That's
Maybe
a
that-
lie.
All right. Next up on the Texas menu board, Dripping Springs. I've heard of that. And I love Dripping Springs. That's the actual town of Dripping Springs, Texas. Dripping Springs started operations in 2005. And this is the only one that I believe, nope, there's another one. This is one of the few derived from corn. Corn, not grain, not potatoes, corn. I believe it's yellow corn.
Is there any other corn?
There's other corn, damn it. You know that.
No, I don't. That's why I'm asking.
Okay. There's other corn. There's white corn, yellow corn, and there's black corn. Don't eat the black corn. That shit's dead. Dripping Springs vodka from Dripping Springs, Texas. Howdy. That's okay. You can tell it's a different variety. It must be the corn. Bottoms up.
It's the yellow corn, right?
Yep. All right. It's got a lot of something going on there. It's not neutral at all. It's a splash of well, it's not sweet. It's kind of peppery like that other one was. It's pretty good, and it goes away really good. Doesn't stick with you and make you feel bad. Great. I like the Dripping Springs pretty well. I'm gonna give that a 7. I see you gave it a 5. Not real hip on the Dripping Springs, huh?
I like the place.
Yeah. Well, you can't let that influence your professional decision.
Exactly.
You know. We're getting down toward the end there, Ronnie. Raminas. Next, Dash, which I had never heard of, but in my limited research, the website for the Dash, and here's the Dash, is quite a production. All kind of moving parts and stuff. I mean, on my phone couldn't keep up with the website. A lot of marketing going on there. Maybe it's good. Maybe it can live up to it. It is actually made in Brookshire, Texas. Distilled and bottled in Brookshire, Texas. So they're not trucking it in, which is right down the street from where I live. So Brookshire has more than taco stands and stray dogs. They got Dash vodka, and made with wheat and raisins of all things. So that should be interesting.
They just need to hire the better people to sell the stuff. Like Tito's,
Yeah,
everybody knows Tito's.
yeah. Well, they're out of Austin, and
Dash, it's right down the street and nobody knows about it.
you know, I used to live in Brookshire, and I don't want to dog Brookshire, but what a shithole.
Well,
I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean they are just backwards and don't know what the hell they're doing.
let's see if they know what they're doing.
City Hall is just a bunch of money grubbing, graft and corruption. But the city as a whole is a hole. No offense meant. So here we go with the Dash.
You're about to get some hate.
Yeah, I know it, man. That's all right. Bring it on. Well, it smells like vodka. Kind of thick. It's got a different consistency than most of it. Maybe it's the raisins doing that. I don't know. Not bad. I could drink that. I just did.
I think they need a better marketing team.
Yeah. Yeah, the Dash looks like something you might clean the floor with, just Dash vodka. Well, you can see the vodka. But if you just called it Dash, you'd be like, oh, I get that fingernail polish off with that stuff. You might be able to do it too.
Maybe football team gonna pick it up. It's called Dash Women's Football.
Oh, really?
Well, you call it soccer, but
Yeah.
it's women's football.
Women's football is called Dash?
Yes,
Where is this at?
in Houston.
Is that the name of the team?
Yes,
The Houston Dash?
yes.
What now? Oh,
The men's is Dynamo
I knew that.
and women's is Dash.
Right.
So I think if they would pick up the
Right. Well, if anybody ever actually gave a shit about soccer, I think that'd be pretty important. But can we move on? Football.
the handball.
We've always gone back and forth on football. Hey, Ronnie, see the football game? No.
Which
Soccer.
one?
It's not soccer season. Here we go with Tito's, and I've had this before. I think most people have had this before. It was, what a great idea these people had. Come out of Austin, the land of hippies and craft beer, and come up with a craft vodka. And it is corn also. Huh, who knew? Tito's.
We forgot to rate it, so
The guy who started Tito's, you were not going to believe this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. His name is Bert Beverage. Bert Tito Beverage. That's his real name. So I guess it was either vodka or some kind of soda pop for that guy, but way to go, Bert. Tito's handmade vodka.
thank you, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thanks. You're really on top of your game with the cups here. I appreciate that.
You don't tell Putin what to do.
Nobody tells Putin what to do. Tito's handmade vodka coming right up. Very nice. Subtle and creamy kind of smell to it. I hope it tastes as good as that. Mmm. Ah. Yeah, man. I don't know how you could do vodka any better than that, even if it is made of corn. That's my favorite so far. And I'm not being swayed by Tito's and the history of it. Maybe we ought to do it all over again with a blind taste test, not know what it is. Talk about blind. We'd be going blind. What do you think?
I'm up for it.
Yeah, I knew Ronnie would be up for it. You know, you'll be calling in sick tomorrow.
I already told.
That is really good. Very nice and kind of fruity without being overly sweet. Man, I love that. I've had that before, but I think I was drinking beer and wine and rum that day when I had it before. Of course, everything tastes good, but yeah, up next to all these vodkas, Tito's got it going on. Way to go, Mr. Beverage. I'm calling him Mr. Beverage for nothing. Yeah. I'm going to give that a 9. I've never given anything a 10. I just don't believe there's the perfect liquor. Or I hadn't met it yet.
It's in the freezer, man. It's in the freezer.
Yeah. But even the freezer can't hide some of that crap.
No.
Like Nikolai. Ain't nobody named Nikolai had anything to do with that Nikolai vodka. And that was the second one we tasted. Here we have, before I get too far ahead of myself, the last of the Texas vodkas. All right? This is Wild Rag. I know. They could have done better on the name. Wild Rag. And this is from Sandia, Texas. I believe that's down in the valley. They're made with cane sugar. We hadn't had one like that yet. That's like moonshine or something. So, Wild Rag. I went on the website for Wild Rag. And it's like about the history of the company. What is a Wild Rag? And it's all about bandanas, page after page, what the bandanas do and what they symbolize. You know, okay, I get it. It's a Wild Rag. Woo. But damn, I could not get the year that they started the company, but I know all about bandanas, which are what Wild Rags are.
What do they symbolize?
I didn't read all that crap,
Okay.
but you can.
I figured.
You can wipe the sweat with it. You can cool off with it. You can wave it as a flag. You can use it around your neck to catch sweat. You can. Never mind. So Wild Rag. Here we go. I mean, there are emergencies where Wild Rags come in handy, but I don't think I want to keep on carrying it around the rest of the day. Here we go. The last of our samples. Last of the Texas Wild Rag is it.
It's a wild rag, man.
You know, have you ever done something so stupid you wish you hadn't done it?
Never.
That's Wild Rag.
You don't tell Putin what to do.
Never tell Putin what to do. Your cover's blown, Ronnie. You're not Putin anymore. But we've had fun doing this. Oh, I want to give you a present for coming out here and participating. Raminas Arminas from Lithuania. I've got something for you. I got something for you. The Lithuanian vodka from his place.
That's the extra
Yep.
that we didn't plan.
Lithuanian, and this will be taste test number 13. I was going to just let him take this home and enjoy it, but obviously he wants to He wants to try it.
I can take it without tasting it.
Yeah, and you don't tell Putin what to do. So, here we go. Oh, it comes with a, what do you call that thing?
Safety.
That's a gunk dunk dunk.
No, it's safety for the drunk people. So you don't spill. You can spill.
Well, a good thing we did this last, huh? Lithuanian original, and I guess Lithuanian is the brand of this vodka. Original. I didn't get to.
Never heard of it, but yes.
You never heard of it. He's from Lithuania. He's never heard of this vodka.
No.
Oh, let's see. Silver filtered. I did see on their website they filter with silver and gold, and I don't think that makes a shit. But 100% grain spirits, distilled, blended, and bottled under the supervision of the Lithuanian government by order of Raminas, Arminas.
Hank needs. Come on. Hank needs it too.
No, Hank doesn't need it too. He's not feeling good.
Oh.
Maybe later. So,
He wants to try this one.
anyway, thank you, Ronnie. We call him Ronnie. His name is Raminas. Thankfully, he lets us call him Ronnie. I don't know what I said in Russian, but we might get shot if we're leaving. You ready?
You speak out.
Yeah, what he said.
I think this one is better than the one distilled 6 times.
That screams, I need orange juice or something. Go with
No.
it.
You need this.
I'm not real happy with the Lithuanian, to be honest with you. We're not grading that. Oh, the Wild Rag, I give that a 3. You didn't grade the Wild Rag.
I'll do the same too.
Okay. 3 for Ronnie.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's our winner? Tito's, huh? We both gave Tito's a 9. And you gave Dash a 9. You like the Dash. Well,
I
I think
did like the dash.
I hope we can see this, or maybe Hank can put a graphic on the screen. I tried to do the grading a little more presentable.
Please don't.
Shut up, Ronnie. You're off the air. Tito's looks like our winner. Didn't grade the Lithuanian, which I wasn't crazy about that. But it looks like Tito's got it going on. So, congratulations, Tito's. And it's been fun. Thank you very much.
Can I do the wild rags?
You want to do the Wild Rag again?
Yes.
That's like,
No.
you're as bad as
No, no,
Hank.
no, no,
Let's
no.
drink the blind squirrel again.
Hold up. Let's do the wild rags.
Oh, God.
And let's do the Tito's.
We were doing so good.
Yes.
Wild Rag up against the Tito's. You think that's going to be a contest?
Yes.
What the hell's the matter with you? I'm going to switch him on him. I'm going to switch him on him.
It's fine. Whatever.
Oh, shut up. Oh. I see what you're doing. I see what he's doing. Try it cold. We got the best and we got the worst, and we're going to do it over ice. That's water. What is that? That's a Wild Rag?
Yes.
Ice down.
Chilled.
Wild Rag. Chilled. I will say that it improves it. I mean, it's got a long way to go, man, but you know,
It wasn't in the freezer for 2 hours, so
like stepping in a pile of dog crap. At least I didn't crack it in the house. If you got to find something good about it, at least I didn't crack it in the house.
just
So, is it in there? What, are you mad at me?
yes.
Well, that's not. You're not very scientific. No wonder Lithuania hadn't invented nothing. Oh, what a tremendous difference. Whew. I'm speaking Russian now. I think we better wrap this up. Have you got anything else you'd like to add to the party?
Nope.
Ronnie, it's been wonderful having you here. I've been trying to get you on the show for the vodka taste test for the longest because I know you are an expert. So what have we learned today? It's all the same as long as you put it in the freezer. Bam.
You don't tell Putin what to do.
And you don't tell Putin what to do. All right, man. Thank you so much for being on the show. Folks, we are out of here. See you next time.